happy people! Another in the kitchen with Gus, and for today's video we're gonna be cooking a tilapia. You guys have seen before that I did another video that I was cooking a tilapia. We were frying and we breaded before, but on today's video we are not gonna bake it the tilapia. We're gonna put all the seasoning and then we're gonna fry it straight in the peanut oil. But along with this, as a side dish, we're gonna use this. And I'm gonna be explaining to you guys when we start preparing this. But this is basically a pre-cooked ground cassava, which is like they call manioc flour or yuca flour. So this is the brand that I like, and I found this here in the US. But this dish is very popular in South America, Brazil, that we call farofa. So for every Brazilian, if you go talk to one of the Brazilians you may know, or if you one day meet one Brazilian, you can ask them if farofa is very popular down there, and they will say for sure, because we eat farofa pretty much with every dish, like the Brazilian feijoada, which is made with black beans, the Brazilian barbecue, we also use, and we use farofa as a side dish. Many types of fish that we cook, we also use farofa as a side dish. So this is very popular side dish in Brazil, like in many places, in many countries, they also use white rice as a side dish. So this is what we're gonna be preparing. We're gonna use this one here. I bought this in a grocery store. It's a local market that I found this. And we always use this brand to prepare the farofa, which is a side dish, as I mentioned, right? So stay with me and you guys will enjoy this video for sure, and all the dishes gonna turn out delicious as always. All right, so I have the fish over here already clean. I'm gonna use this tray because I don't wanna mess it up the whole counter here. So here's the fish. We don't need to talk about cleaning this thing. One thing that I would like to mention, you guys, when you go use a fish, you have to make sure that the fish is very fresh. So one of the things you have to check is the eye of the fish, and make sure that the eye is not cloudy, you know, like not blurry. So this is one of the indicators that says that that fish is fresh. Also, the gills I already removed here, but if they are very pinkish or reddish, means that the fish is very fresh as well. And also, you always have to smell the fish, and everyone knows like when something is not good, you know, like by smelling. So especially when we are talking about food. So for this fried tilapia, I've got 3 fishes here with me. For this fried tilapia, it's gonna be very simple. These are the seasonings that I'm gonna be using. As you guys always know, I'm gonna use the olive oil spray, lemon pepper, very common for me. You always see this, I'm using this in my videos. And black pepper, but today, not only the black pepper, but I'm gonna be using the white pepper. And this is gonna turn good too. And 1 lemon, that's enough, right? So first thing, I'm gonna be cutting here. And this is gonna help like on the side, and doing like 3 cuts. It depends on the size of the fish, but this is like when you do this, you help to penetrate all the seasoning, the oils and everything you use to seasoning your dish. So we're gonna do this in both sides, like this, right? And spray them up with olive oil, a little bit inside and outside as well. So now, let me use this paper towel here. Now I go with the lemon pepper. You're gonna put all over, and you put as much as you can. This is your fish, you know. Flip it over, go to the other side, right there, and then, oops, I'm gonna put the black pepper. The other side too. Right? And lastly, but not the least, white pepper. I think you guys noticed that we love pepper. Especially me. I'm gonna put a little bit inside too. Especially me, but I really like all kinds of pepper, and I can show you guys. I was preparing like a kind of marinade, red pepper, black, green pepper, like the spice one, the hot one, you know. And this is what I did. So I got all the fresh pepper in here in this pot, and what I use like this much of vinegar, and a little bit of salt and olive oil to the top until you have the whole thing covered. Let me show you. So I think you guys can see here over here. And then put in this pot and forget about a week. And after that, try to put this thing on your dish. You're gonna see very tasty and hot for sure. But for the one who likes, you know, hot sauce and, you know, like hot food and very spicy, that's a choice if you want to do something like homemade like this. I like it. I always do. I've got some friends that sometimes they ask me to prepare some of this for them, and just go to the grocery store, buy the green pepper and the red pepper fresh, like the spiciest one, and then easy to prepare. Right? So we've got the first fish done, ready. I'm gonna be preparing this two here, and then we go to the casting pan to fry those. Stay with me. All right, I got the fish seasoning already. So 1 lemon, and this is enough. And I forgot to mention in the beginning, but I use salt as like my taste, so I recommend you to use as much as you can. And then we're gonna squeeze this lemon on top of the fish. You guys know that I always use lemon and lime, you know, in many of the things that I cook, right? So now, before we go frying this fish, we're gonna prepare the Brazilian farofa, as I mentioned in the beginning, that we're gonna be using this yuca flour. Let's gonna go to the stove, prepare this, and you will like. All right, as I was saying, the Brazilian farofa is like a very specific dish and very popular in Brazil, South America. So basically what we use to prepare this dish is we use this thing here, and like this is the best one that I found here in the United States, that is called like pre-cooked grated cassava, which is made out of like yuca, which is this plant over here. It's like the same family of the potato and like kind of roots that we all use to eat. And so I'm gonna be using this to prepare the Brazilian farofa using garlic as like my style. So I already have a bag of this thing open here that I've used it this much, and I'm gonna use it like for one bag. I always like can cook about 3 dishes for the quantity that I prepare for me and my family. So I'm gonna be using like this much for our dish today. And then you guys gonna see this thing, how I prepare. So first off, what I'm gonna be using is this like a third of a cup of peanut oil. I'm gonna mention again, if you're allergic to peanut oil, don't use that one. Try to use the best choice that you are used to use already when you're cooking using oil. So I'm gonna put this thing in a pan. Just this, nothing else at this moment. And I'm gonna turn the fire on. All right, okay. Not that one, this one. All right, now that we have the oil very hot, I'm gonna use this wood spoon, and I'm gonna use about this much of garlic. See? That's it, pretty much. And then I'm gonna be adding a little bit of salt. And now we're gonna come with this flour. Check this out. All right. You see? Now we're gonna use this spoon and you're gonna mix everything together. So the flour is gonna be like start becoming more crispy. I'm not sure if this is the right word to say here, but like it's gonna turn out really good. And this is very popular, you know, in Brazil. Let's reduce the fire a little bit. So, and then the secret to here is to keep moving, you know, like mixing all the time. So you're gonna avoid like burning, you know, or over toasting, I would say like that, you know, your farofa. It's ready. I'm gonna use this container and I'm gonna be able to show you guys. See? Let me turn this off. There you go. This is the Brazilian farofa, which is, you guys will see in a moment, we eating this with the fish and with the other side dish that we prepared to go along with this, which is gonna turn out really good, I can tell you. All right, now let's gonna fry the fish. I have the oil very hot here in this casting pan. As you guys see, we are above 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So let me remove this thing over because this thing is very, very hot. Let's sit over here. And then let's fry it. Look, no flour, just peanut oil and our fish. We're gonna let for about like 3 to 4 minutes, and then we're gonna flip it over and it's gonna be ready. Look at that. That's gonna sit there for about more 5 minutes or so and ready to eat. Before this, let me show you something. Follow me here. You know, I don't know if you guys know, but like Samuel Adams, who is like this beer brand, in October every year they launch this version. Let's say like this is a limit release. It's because of the Oktoberfest. But I don't want to talk only about the beer here. I want to mention that, as you all know, October is the month of the campaign for breast cancer. So for all the women who is watching this video, go visit your doctor, stay tuned with this campaign, you know, because if you have anything that you're going to be able to find some of the symptoms early, you're going to prevent a better treatment for yourself. This is what I would like to mention, because this month is a very important month for this campaign, as we all know. Right? Cheers. Look, that. And then, let's go cook in this last one. All right. We have the dish ready. You know, one thing that I would like to mention here is that no one is sponsoring me to do the video. Even like the manufacturer of the flour I use, and Samuel Adams is not sponsoring me as well. I'm just sharing what I'm doing today. So none of these brands are sponsoring me for this video, just to let you guys know. So looky here. This is the final dish. The dish is ready. All the three fishes, as you saw, I did cook on peanut oil, plus all the seasoning that I mentioned in the beginning when I was cooking and preparing, actually, and turned out really good. Remember, the temperature of the oil was about 390 degrees Fahrenheit, and like just about 5 to 7 minutes. You know, you have to see how big is the fish and to keep up with the temperature when you're frying. So about 5 to 7 minutes each side, flip them over, and when you see that the color, the skin, and the meat is looking like this, the fish is ready to go to the tray for dry and then ready to eat. So what I'm gonna be using as a side dish, and I mentioned in the beginning, the Farofa. You guys have seen this, and I will show you how I like to prepare my plate. So check this out. So I'm gonna put one big spoon over here, actually a little bit more, you see, and I'm gonna do like something, whatever, kind of a hole here. And then I'm gonna put this thing, which is basically tomato, cilantro. As you guys know that I like cilantro, all the fishes and all the recipe I did in all my videos, you guys have seen me using the cilantro. So I use cilantro, onions, and cucumber, plus tomato, olive oil, and a little bit of vinegar, nothing else. So I'm gonna sit over here a little bit more, and then let's gonna spread all this salt. My mouth is already blowing out water, you know, and I'm gonna be putting a little bit of white rice, just a little. Okay, so now time for the fish. So let me grab this one over here. Look at this. So let me start with the side dish. The farofa with this thing, you know, like is you know, I'm a Brazilian and I love this thing. Like, you see the garlic plus the combination of this flour, and you toast this thing like you really fried, you know, the flour on a very hot oil. The taste in your mouth, and plus all the raw veggies you are using on top to eat with the side dish, turn out delicious. If you guys have any doubts or questions regarding how to make this thing, if on my video was not clear, please leave a comment and I'm gonna be glad to answer you and explain you and how to prepare this thing. And I really think that you're really gonna enjoy try to have a farofa as a side dish on your meal, your dinner with your family. You're really gonna like. And if you're liking this thing, if you're liking the whole video, please hit thumbs up, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you're gonna get notifications when I upload the next video for you, and stay tuned with me. Right, so now let's try the fish. My mouth is already blowing water, you know, but I'm gonna do different. As I was like, look the meat, I will flip over, take all these bones out of my fillet over here. And you guys remember this, right? That I showed in the beginning. Now is my style, my taste. You know, my family, my daughters, they kind of like spicy food, you know, put some spice on their dishes, but my wife, not at all. So look, this is all the olive oil embedded on this fresh pepper, and then I'm gonna be putting over, this is me, don't say like this is crazy because this is how I like, but look. Now let's try it. It is really good. The meat of this fish is like so juicy. Of course, I put some of my oil here with the spices, but it's tasting really, really good. Let me open up another piece here. And now I'm gonna do different. I'm gonna put like this over here. And then the farofa. Magnific. You know, like the word I think is fantastic, delicious, was amazing. This dish is like, to turn out amazing. You guys have to try this. If any questions regarding how I prepare this dish, please leave a comment. Do not forget, please, to subscribe the channel. With this, you're gonna help me to put more videos in. You know, it's a kind of motivation. I give you some of my taste and you give me some of your motivation to watch my videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a rainy day for us here in South Carolina, but we made our video. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the bell, and you're gonna get more notifications. Have a blessed week, you all, and bye!